Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Tricia Cunningham.
Good evening, Suzette.
You know, this is one of my favorite times of year because spring is here and we have a lot of exciting things going on. So should we get right into Dan McFadden from the Mystic Seaport? Because one of our favorite places to visit and one of our biggest places to
Finest attractions
finest
in the state of
attractions
Connecticut.
Absolutely. And you know what? Again, nicest piece of property.
Yes.
On Route 27, absolutely. So Dan McFadden, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Yes, spring is sprung, and our
Yes.
flowers are coming out, trees are blooming. It's looking great. So we're having a good time, and we have a ton of things going on. But I should probably just jump out and start that this Saturday we have a special event we've never had before. The Privateer Lynx, which is a replica of an 1812 American privateer, has wintered over at Mystic Seaport. Some of you may have seen her on the waterfront. She goes around New England, and obviously to raise awareness of the history of 1812, whole set of programs. We're having a fundraiser for her to help support her programs this Saturday in our Visitors Reception Center. So hors d'oeuvres, some drinks. William White, who's a pretty famous naval author, is going to be signing copies of his book about the Naval War of 1812. And tours of the ship starts at 5:30. Tickets are $50 a person, which is a donation. It should be a great event. So it'll just be fun to get together, see another ship, which will be here for a few more weeks, and then we'll be gone.
All right, so there's limited time left to be able to see her and take a tour.
Absolutely.
All
This
right.
this weekend's the time to do it. So we have the event right on the top front of our website. And you
Okay,
can call
great. I was going to say, go to your website.
Yep.
Okay.
And then looking forward beyond that, we are preparing yet another new exhibit. You know, we have treasures from the collections, all the artistic pieces from our collections. Already opened, and that's fantastic. I recommend you go see it if you haven't. But another exhibit we're doing with an outside group, some artists from the Del Vero Academy in Brooklyn, which is a private art academy, came to Mystic Seaport about 2 years ago and came back several other times since to sit and paint and interpret the Charles W. Morgan from their point of view.
Oh,
so there
wonderful.
are 24 different artists. It opens at the end of the month on the 28th. We're preparing it now. 24 different artists. Last I heard, 180 different pieces of art, and each artist had a completely different vision. So
And there'll be a whole display of
and they're actually designing it too. So we sort of are giving them the space and the time and the Charles W. Morgan, and they've done everything else to go with it. So that's very different, really cool. We're looking forward to that.
What a great partnership.
Yeah.
And your hours now, Dan?
Hours
Spring
are-
has sprung?
Spring has sprung. We're back on our summer, spring, fall hours, 9 to 5, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
7 days a
Okay.
week, and of course the Sea Pass, which is our joint ticket with Mystic Aquarium,
That's right.
various discounts in the area, very popular. It's a fantastic deal. That goes on sale May 1st.
Perfect.
Okay. And all that information, again, is on your website?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Which is mysticseaport.org.
MysticSeaport.org.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks so much for being here
Thank
today.
you.
Yeah, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
In a couple
Thanks,
weeks.
Dan.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tricia, what is going on? I know spring has sprung for the Chamber of Commerce and
It
everybody
has.
in downtown Mystic and our area, our Mystic area in Stonington and Groton.
And yeah, absolutely. So Mystic, Stonington, Groton, all fantastic places to be and to go and see, you know, experience the different attractions throughout the area, the different shops, restaurants, all sorts of exciting things to do in the area, as you know. One thing we never take a pause at doing is networking. And we have another networking event tomorrow night. Our monthly business after hours is tomorrow night at Savings Institute Bank and Trust.
And that's on Route 1?
On
Okay.
Route 1, right in Stonington.
Across from the big Y?
You got it.
Okay.
See, you
Perfect.
know.
Yeah, I
you know.
remember.
Two things I wanted to mention specifically is longtime restaurant Kitchen Little is right on Route 27, just before the Mystic Seaport, has found a new location. So they'll
Oh,
be,
fantastic.
after many, many years of being in the same spot, she is closing her doors on Route 27, but opening brand new doors, expanded business, where she'll be serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner over at Mystic River Marina on Masons Island. So we're very excited.
Flo
for
and Company.
Yep.
Very good.
So congratulations. Stay tuned for the exact date, but end of April is when they'll be opening up, closing a shop at the one location and opening up on the new location. So we're very excited that she was able to find a new spot and stay in Mystic. So congratulations. Another event that the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce and Greater Westerly Pawcatuck Area Chamber of Commerce are partnering on is an event called Fusion.
Love that poster, Tricia.
It's
My
very
gosh.
colorful. This image right here just speaks volumes to what the kind of event that you'll experience. This is going to be a fun night. It's May 11th. There's going to be food tastings, beer and wine tastings. There's going to be a live band in the warehouse area. This is going to be held at the Velvet Mill in Stonington Borough. So there's this huge warehouse area that we're going to kind of transform into like a
Going to be great.
New York City club type feel, and it's going to also feature artists, one from New York City and a couple of local artists doing body painting. So it's going to be a completely different event for us. And if you're interested in finding out more information, you can look onto our website, mysticchamber.org.
Fantastic.
And one last thing I wanted to mention is, in a couple of weeks, the Bridge Project will be in downtown Mystic. They will be opening up the bridge, so it'll be 2-lane traffic again. So we're very, very excited and hope that we can encourage all of our viewers to support the businesses in downtown Mystic, because they could really use the support right now.
Right.
Because it's been a rough winter with the one-way traffic. So if you could take the extra time to come and visit, that would be wonderful.
Oh, Tricia, thank you so much for reporting on all that. And I think everybody's gearing up as well, and they're getting a little excited. And
I know we're going to have a great spring, a great
I think
summer.
so,
It's
too.
going to be a wonderful, wonderful season for business and for tourism.
Yeah, and just stay tuned, because I know a lot of our customers, this is where they find their information, and we've been told that. So we will keep you updated on the bridge and of course, some of the events that are upcoming and happening in downtown Mystic as well. But just so that everybody knows, downtown Mystic is open. Our attractions are open, and make sure you get out there and support all of them.
And you know who else is open?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, you know, we talk about small business all the time, Tricia. And, you know, it's difficulties, but then also a lot of positives.
A lot of success stories.
Absolutely. And one of the people on here with us this evening is quite a success story.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to turn it right over now to Dennis McGee. And Dennis, welcome. Welcome this evening. And I do have to say that we do know Dennis's wife very much. We want to just reach out to Liz and say hello, and what a fantastic artist. So their venture is together with this wonderful store of yours. I'm going to turn it over to you in a few seconds. But just want to let you know that you know, it's a great store, and I've been in there, and I know just what you've brought in front of us, that Tricia's already looking to see what she wants to purchase here this evening too. So, anyways, Dennis, tell us about your business, the name of it, where you're located.
Okay, it's Cornerstone Bookstore and Gift Shop. We're at 770 Long Hill Road in the Groton Square Shopping Plaza, which is the same plaza with Bank of America and Family Dollar and a lot of other stores. And we've been in business 20 years. This is actually our third location in Groton.
Can I just interrupt to make sure everybody heard that? 20 years.
Huge.
So that's nothing to sneeze at. You know, that's terrific. So congratulations.
Right. And in today's market, you know, it's tough for a bookstore, but we've managed to expand, and we do much more than just books. We do videos, we have video rental, we have used books, we have gifts for all occasion. Most people know us as a religious store, but they don't realize we can order books for just any type of occasion. Gifts, gosh, we just do so many different things. But just recently we expanded. We actually doubled the size of our store, which in today's economy is kind of an undertaking. But we decided to expand into a crafters mall, which we call Jubilee Junction.
I love the name,
Isn't that cute?
Jubilee Junction.
Yeah,
I love
Jubilee
that name.
is like a celebration term, and So we've actually, just within the last 4 months, have recruited 60 local crafters to come into the store, and it's all handmade, homemade, made in the USA kind of material. So many people are wanting to support local, because
Yes.
stuff that's not made in China but
Yeah, absolutely.
made in the USA, or even more made locally. And so I'm just absolutely amazed at some of the talent we have in this area for people making.
Yeah,
this
because we
is
have
a
so many
representation,
different
yeah.
things. We have different quilts, we have these bags. So this bag
That's
right
beautiful.
here was made locally.
Right. And you know
Yeah.
what? I get a kick out of.
The soaps there.
I
we
get a
got
kick
some-
out of these soaps right here. These are great too, and they make great gifts,
Yeah.
Dennis. And you've got
Yeah.
beautiful jewelry.
Yeah, that's all locally made. This painted glass here. This is a. I don't know if I
That is
taken the-
beautiful.
This,
the
yeah,
straw-
yeah.
The display.
Oh, sure. This
but
is
this
beautiful.
is a shawl. This is made by Donna Johnston, who is a retired teacher in the area.
Look at
She's
this.
taught in our area many years, and now
I
she's.
love it.
Now, would she make this, or I don't know if you can answer this, Dennis, but would she make this to order? Like, would there be different colors if you said to her, Donna, we'd like to order? Look at this. I mean, this is
They
just
have
gorgeous.
so many selections there too that you probably could find
Oh.
the right color
Oh yeah.
right there, because there's a lot of different selections
This
that they
is
have on
beautiful.
display at the store.
Absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
And from what I understand, these are really nice for proms and things of that nature.
Well, the ladies with the little black dress, they're looking to spice
Right.
it up a little
Spice
bit,
it
do
up,
something
that's right.
different. There's
Right.
the perfect solution.
And tell us a little bit about.
Yeah, the walking
Oh
stick.
yeah,
A
the
walking stick.
This
Let's
is
just-
my favorite. We've sold a bunch of these walking sticks. There's a guy named Frank. He has his own little business called Frankensticks.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
think that's wonderful.
This one has a little raccoon on the top. But he has a great story. He has his own website, and it all started with one evening. His wife took the dog on a hike through the woods, and their dog dragged this stick back home, and Frank, well, his wife said, well, maybe the dog wants you to go on a walk with him, and that's why he brought home the stick. So Frank got this great idea about making these walking sticks, and
Now,
they're pretty cool.
They're
does he have
beautiful.
little animals, different animals that come out of these little walking sticks? Because you have to see, this is a little raccoon or something sticking out of it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a little raccoon. He actually makes them to order. Like some lady who's a nurse in the area came in and she loved him, but she has a little lap dog. I don't know what they. I forget the name of the lap
Suzette
dog.
has about 5 of those.
Yorkshire Terrier, probably,
Really?
or Lhasa Apso, one of those
Yeah,
things.
it was like one of those things, and one of those nice little doggies,
Yeah.
But and so he made her a stick with the
little owl.
representation
That's
on
cute.
there of the
That's cute.
little pug dog,
Now, I know you're probably not supposed to have favorites, but if you were to have one,
In terms of, well, my wife is
I was,
an
yeah,
artist.
I was like,
Say the right
say the
thing.
right thing.
So-
Say the right thing.
So I'm
yeah.
going to earn some brownie points there, by,
I was helping you out with
promoting,
that.
Liz McGee and my wife is a watercolorist in the area. This is a
Beautiful.
a print
Absolutely
of,
beautiful.
Harkness that she did, the portico at Harkness.
That's absolutely
She
beautiful.
has such amazing talent,
yeah.
amazing talent.
And also has displayed
Yeah.
at the Mystic Outdoor
Yep.
Art Festival, and hopefully she's back with us again.
such a talented artist, and I just love some of the pieces that she's created. And watercolor, I've tried watercolor.
Yeah, and it's very difficult because it's a
not-
blending, and it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
tough, and the right kind of brushes. Well, Des, let's talk a little bit about. And you said you started off as and you still are a religious store, but in today's market, and I guess I'm coming from my point of view as well. Small businesses have to continually reinvent themselves in order to keep up with today's economic times and also changing economic times. Tell us a little bit about why you are expanding and sort of going into other directions.
Well, it's about creating niches. So we
perfect.
were a niche
Yeah.
market. Now and then we kind of like went from being a bookstore to being like a mini department store. So we have all these niches, like for videos, DVDs, and music, and baptism gifts, and Holy Communion gifts, and all this type of different jewelry. We have a jewelry section. So we just kept diversifying into areas because people would say, well, we need this. We want something like this. So we would just kind of follow what our customers sort of led us into. And so now that we've expanded into the craft room, again, it's like we've created all these niche areas. Like we have these different rooms, and they all have religious names to them, like Daniel's Den, Samson's Stronghold, and every, like the Bathsheba's Boutique.
Oh, I love that. I
It's
love
really
that.
cute when you go into the store. You wander through Cornerstone Bookstore, and then
opens up.
towards the end it opens up to Jubilee Junction, and it has all these different nooks and crannies, which are the different rooms and where the different artists are featured and the different crafters are featured, and it's just such a wonderful display how you took that and made it into this this way to showcase the local arts. I love it.
And you're helping the local artists. I
Right.
mean, you're actually mentoring them and helping them and to showcase their, not only is it financially good for them, but it's a lot of exposure.
Well, we definitely help them on the marketing. Like we show them how they can create a page on Facebook and how they can come up with a name for their business and how they can market it. And I tell people, you got to tell your story, and then you got to create a buzz. And then you just got to socially network.
So you've become a mentor for a lot of these different kind of small businesses starting out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that's what I'm called to do, and you want to see people, in today's economy, you want to see people grow and expand. And what's interesting is some of the gals that stitch and make cross stitching and stuff. Some of them are I know some that are widows, and so they fight loneliness. So we have a gal who's making these beautiful worship hoops, who's it's helping her get out of herself. She's been in a number of automobile accidents, and so she's going through pain therapy. But for her to be able to be using her hands,
Right.
Making things helps bring. We have to kind of get out of ourselves, and our country was founded by people who made things and manufactured things, and we've kind of gotten away from that as a country, but I think we're getting back to our roots.
I really think that, Dennis, you have a point there. I think that certainly the businesses that have gone back to just the basic roots in making things, even in our business, and why we've been so successful is because my husband is actually recreating things from recycled things, the gold and the platinum. So it's been very popular. But the other side of it is too, I think these artists, whether they're young or old or even trying to survive just for their economic reasons, are finding a reason to go someplace too, and to showcase their things. And you've given them that opportunity to do that. So that's wonderful too. So what's going to be next?
I know.
I mean, I'm listening to you, and this is great.
You said 60 artists or 40 artists?
60 artisan and crafters. 60
artisan and crafters in 4 months are now on display in Jubilee Junction at Cornerstone Bookstore. In 4 months. That's amazing. There was obviously a need for something like this.
Right.
Well, I think also too is trying to create an environment where people like to shop. Because most people have a short list of where they shop, and so to have some place, and when people walk into our store, especially when they walk back into the junction, they get that wow factor. They see all this beautiful stuff that's made, and they just go wow. And it's like, so we try to create the ambiance of the whole situation. And we have some great gals that work for us, and I do a lot of the reports and the accounting, and I do all the kind of the backroom stuff and the ordering of products. So I try to be more of a background person.
And here you are.
And here I am. I know.
You're talking about being the background person, but here you are.
Well, they all wanted me to come on the show, and I'm like, do I need it? Actually, I should mention Chris Mikola, because she is the gal who came on board with us. She had a gift shop on Thames Street called
Salt and Light
Stitchery, and she's the one who really made it happen for Jubilee Junction. And she's a great visionary.
She is.
Some people are just they're just visionaries.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Now, what are your hours? And you know, just give us the times that you're open and the days that you're open to.
Right, we're open Monday through Saturday, 9:30 to 5:30. On Thursday, we're open till 7 o'clock at night. We do classes.
You do classes?
We do classes for all the different crafters.
Really?
They do, yeah. We
You
have
mean,
Okay.
wait a minute.
Because I think, and
so
I
you
think
could
Liz
learn
has
how
done
to,
a
you
class.
could make, oh yeah,
Okay,
Liz
so
done
you
watercolor
mean,
classes.
Dennis-
I think I need to take one of her classes.
That Tricia and I,
You could make
don't
that.
forget that we're not, both of us are not very. We could manage your schedule,
can
but
do
we
it.
could
We can
do
do
this.
it.
So you mean this wonderful woman Donna could teach us how to make one of these?
Yeah.
I mean, in a night?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely. Or how about this, you know, you could, this is like a,
Oh, we could do that.
you could do that.
We could do.
Right?
No, we
Or-
couldn't.
No, you couldn't.
This is a beautiful lighthouse, and
Let's
you see
see.
that in the camera
We
here.
could make the hot chocolate that
We
is
could-
within this.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
do
could
that.
do that.
How about make some
This
jewelry?
is-
Could you make some jewelry?
Well,
We could do that.
No, I don't know about that. But
You know, one of my in the store that he has, there's a
This
couple
is
of other
beautiful.
items that they carry that I think are just absolutely beautiful. The wood boxes and some of the pottery take my breath away. So there's some really great talent. So I think you need to definitely take the time to go out to Cornerstone Bookstore in Jubilee Junction and check out all the different wares that they have. And to know that you do the classes as well. How can people find out about the classes?
Well, they can call us at 860-445-7064 or go to jubileejunction@hotmail.com and just inquire.
Probably just jubileejunction.com, maybe.
Jubilee Junction at I think
At
it's
Hotmail?
well, the
Okay.
email address, but
That's, yeah,
so it's-
okay.
or go on Facebook. Facebook at Jubilee Junction, so it has its own
Okay, so go to
Facebook
the,
page.
there you go.
So, and or just give us a call or stop in. We have a book where you can sign up for classes, and but you know what's amazing is that we have everything is all this locally made stuff. It's all barcoded, you know, because we have a machine that and it all goes through this all point of sale system. So there's a
right,
whole
so there's everything's inventoried and easily rung up, and so there's
Right.
a one area that you or do the artists have their individual areas, or is it that you have to check out at?
Well, we have one central checkout place, and so what's nice about the crafters is they don't have to be there. They just come in once a month to inventory their product, but everything is run through our register, and you know we take care of the sales tax. We take care of all of the stuff so that they can just concentrate on their artwork.
You're really providing a wonderful service to these crafters and artists.
Yeah, I think so, because you know they're artistic, and you know a lot of times artistic people aren't as business oriented as
Really?
they would. And business people aren't very artistic.
We've dealt with that.
We've dealt with that, and we're continually to deal. We continually deal with that on a
You know, it's
pretty
left
regular.
brain, right brain.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Right. Now, speaking of artists, and I know you're the back room, but so what talents do you have here, Dennis? I mean, I know
Well-
I see what your wife does, but
Well, actually, I'm a writer. I've written.
Okay.
I actually worked in film in L.A. as a screenwriter. Wrote a race car movie back in the '80s that had George Kennedy in it.
oh really? She
it
doesn't
was-
remember George Kennedy, but I do.
I was gonna go with it, but yeah, I have no idea who that is.
I've been involved in local theater as a writer. I have a play that I wrote that's been turned into a musical. Haven't done it in about 5 years because I've been so busy doing the business and holding down the fort at Cornerstone. But I have an artistic side. But actually, I've really been trying to help my wife, you know, with
This bit part of it, yeah.
the business side of her, because she doesn't like the business side as much as the
That's an art in and of
artistic side.
itself.
Right, that's a creative.
You know,
Right.
the business side is an art within itself, I think. So
Yeah.
that's terrific.
I mean, I love marketing stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just the idea of like say, finding, everybody has something they can market, you know, and people just need to feel good about themselves and feel like they have something to offer.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely, Dennis. Yeah.
And so we're, you know, and I keep telling people we're all in this together.
Right. Well, I think that's the important thing too, and Tricia and I have had many conversations about this when we talk to small businesses that have either come for our help or our advice, is that they're not alone. And that's what I tell them. They're not alone. And even reach out to people like you in the community and say, how are you doing today? And can I just pick your brain? And a lot of times just that little information and knowing that somebody's in the back corner there or saying, you know, we've had those same troubles, have really helped some of the small businesses. Because small business, you're not alone. There is opportunity out there, and there's also help out there. So, Dennis, you are an inspiration, you and Liz. Cornerstone Bookstore in Jubilee Junction,
Yep.
did I get that
That's
right?
You did.
On Long Hill Road, you can't miss it in the Groton Shopping Plaza. So make sure you go, you purchase something, and you say hello. So, Dennis, it's a pleasure having you here.
Thank
and you
you.
tell
That's it,
Liz she
yeah.
got out of it this time, but I'm going to go find her. I run into
Yeah.
her all the time, and so we'll have her on as well. And we appreciate you
Yeah,
coming.
and congratulations on all of your
Right.
your recent growth. It's wonderful.
Right, and 20 years of business.
Thank you, and thank you so much for what you do for the community. It's an inspiration to us, for the greater Mystic area and for Groton. I mean, it's just, and you both are such shining lights. I mean, just so,
Well, we
yeah,
love
that's-
what we do. We
Well,
love
and
what
like
we
you
do.
said, you know, like Dennis said, we're all in this together. So
Right.
it really takes everybody pulling together and pitching in, and a little piece here and a little piece there, and then we have brilliance. So
It's great. So anyways, Dennis, thank you. Good evening to you. And Liz, good evening, Tricia
evening,
Cunningham.
Suzette.
We are Mystic Matters, and we'll see you next week.
Spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic, into mystic, into mystic.